So this is my old fishing rod washing rack that I built. It's made out of wood, it was way too heavy, and it's collapsing. So I'm going to rebuild this thing out of PVC. I'm going to show you how we do it, but to give you the material list down in the description below for everything we use in this video. This is going to make it a lot easier for you to hose off your rods, get all that salt off of them after a fishing trip. It's late February, happens to be a warm day. Gabe's going to help me. I think he's going to cooperate. Hit that subscribe button down there. Check this out. In thinking about the design for this rack, I want this rack to sit flat on the ground. So I got some straight PVC Tees and some short-turn PVC 90s. Now these are different than the drainage 90s. These have a much deeper glue surface on the inside, which will make it a whole lot stronger for this rack. I'm going to make mine for 14. You can make yours for however many poles you want. It's just a matter of how big you want the rack. So we got everything out here. We're going to be using the Tees and 90s, some clear cleaner, some clear cement, a saw. You can use a handsaw if you want, of course a tape measure, pencil, and your pipe. That's pretty much it. One of the first things you're going to want to do is take your longest fishing pole, or the pole with the longest butt, and measure from the reel where the PVC is going to hit to the bottom of the butt. You want to make sure your risers are long enough to where when you drop the fishing pole in, the butt of the rod doesn't blow through the bottom of your rack. This measures about 15.5. Of course you have the depth of the T to worry about too, to add to it. So I'm going to go ahead and make my riser 16 inches long, which will give me a couple inches of extra clearance. Now since we're using 16 inches, these tape measures are marked for standard stud dimensions of 16 inches on center. So it makes it real easy to just go ahead and mark them all. They're going to be the little red numbers, 16, 32, 48, and so on. Once you got it all marked up, cut away. Wear your safety glasses and be careful. You want to go ahead and clean up the ends of your PVC pipe, and also take a minute and take a file and kind of knock that sharp edge off the inside there, because that's what's going to tear up your rod butts. So make that nice and smooth. Just takes a few extra minutes, well worth it. So now we got to figure out how far apart we want those risers. On my old one, it was about 6 inches apart. So I'm going to stick with that. I might go a little bit further, maybe 6.5, which is going to give me about a 4.5 inch piece in between each tee. I'm going to salvage that from the old rack. All right, now let's get everything dry fit together. I've been working on this a little bit. I think I got it just about how I want it. All right, ain't too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So when you get ready to glue this thing up, get you a good board to work on so the glue doesn't get on everything, and it also gives you a good flat surface to get all your T's lined up and pointed the way they're supposed to and straight. The cleaner on there. Always use cleaner with your PVC glue. Now try not to get glue in the middle of your T's, because we're going to do those last. But glue these up one by one and align them as you go. Always give them a little twist and hold them for a second, so they might kick back out. PVC does that sometimes. There we go. Perfectly aligned. All right, on this part, you're going to want an even bigger, flatter spot to put these things together. Save the 90s till last, of course, because that's going to be the last part of your alignment. So let's go ahead and get those glued up. Work fast and deliberately, and this won't be a big deal. But PVC glue sets up fairly quickly, so you don't want to mess around too much. And And make sure those fittings stay together all the way. All right, so there's the rack. I'd say we're ready for fishing season. Hit that subscribe button, check out some other videos while you're here. We'll see you next time.